It's the Jack Frost Band. They're digging it. They're loving it. We gotta sign these guys.
All right, Badway. You're a young record producer. You're scouting talent. You go all the way to Colorado. You scout the Jack Frost Band. Would you bet your career on these guys? Would you sign them? If you had to recommend one signing, would you recommend these guys?
Well, not until they played my Christmas party first.
So would you bring them to your Christmas party to sign them, or would you just have them play the party and not really sign them?
No, I'd tell them I'd think about signing them and then just get the free band. They know how to play Christmas tunes. I don't know about their crappy originals, though.
Welcome back to The Last Row Podcast. This is episode 65. If you're looking for our website, thelastrowpodcast.com, we are on Twitter at TheLastRowPod, Facebook.com/TheLastRowPod, Google+, Google Play. We got a 50th iTunes review, Badway. How's your hamstrings feeling?
They're good, man. I'll tell you, 50 reviews, 65 episodes. We're just raking in the dough. We're doing it for the love of the game now.
Go buy a new house.
We already made our nut, man.
Go get my Lamborghini.
Already made our nut. Man. We're just doing it for the love of the podcast.
If you enjoyed the show and you haven't had a chance, head out to iTunes, leave us a 5-star review if you enjoyed the show. Thank you so much to everybody that's left it. We'll give a shout out to the 50th review at the end of this episode and talk a little bit more about that split that we promised a few episodes ago.
We made it to 50, so if we get 60, we will promise to not take off 6 months between episodes.
It's a good. I actually think that's probably the best.
Is that fair?
Probably the best. Promise that we could possibly make to people.
But that's the future, Drew.
Yeah.
What about now?
Thanks to everybody for sticking with us. But no, I think maybe we could try another split since we're probably going to get horribly injured when we do this.
Yeah.
So it's coming. Don't worry, everybody. We promised. We deliver on our promises. Just give us a little bit to maybe stretch out a little bit. But I think we're ready. I've been practicing. I don't think it's going to go very well, but I'm practicing.
Why would you practice? Just go for it.
We'll probably put it on Instagram at The Last Row Pod. If you don't follow us on Instagram, sign up and check us out there. We'll do it on there. But So anyway,
we're back with Jack Frost, not the horror Jack Frost, which I petitioned for. Drew denied me. We're going with the family Christmas movie, Jack Frost, starring Michael Keaton and a bunch of other people.
It's like in Baby Driver when he says get Mike Myers masks, and he winds up getting the actual Mike Myers, the actor. I picked the wrong Jack Frost by accident here.
So 1998, Jack Frost, a drama /fantasy /snowman movie, directed by Troy Miller. Yes, the Troy Miller. IMDb 5.3 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes 20%.
Too high.
Too high.
Way too high.
As a touring musician clinging to dreams of stardom, aging rocker Jack Frost never had much time for his wife Gabby and young son Charlie. A year after Jack's tragic death in a car accident, he's dead already?
They spoiled the plot in the synopsis.
Charlie plays a mournful tune on his father's harmonica. Much to his surprise, the elder Frost is magically brought to life as a snowman on the family lawn. Given a second chance, Charlie and Jack struggle to make up for lost time.
All right, I got a couple of things about the synopsis here. The first one was they said he plays a mournful tune, which made me sound like before I saw this, I didn't think he blew one note.
No.
I thought he played a song. Yeah. Like he was sitting there playing a song.
He just went.
Yeah, that was it.
That's all he did.
He played one note, and then some magic happened.
Aren't all harmonica sounds mournful?
I guess.
I think they are.
It's kind of a sad instrument. I mean, I guess you
pretty
could
sad.
You could blues it up.
Play the blues on it, man.
You could blues it up.
Play blues.
And they struggled to make up for lost time, but they hang out for like 6 hours.
It seemed like more of the same, didn't he? He had to go.
Yeah,
he played with him for a couple hours, and he had to go.
So he didn't really lose. He didn't lose his forgetful ways there of being a father.
So in case you haven't seen this movie, and we don't recommend watching it, it was pretty bad.
It was not good.
Although the first half was good, second half not so good. We'll get into what we're talking about, why he's a bad dad, or maybe not. We'll see.
Do you agree with the tagline for this movie? He's the world's coolest dad, and he's going to prove it.
I don't get it. World's cool. Oh, because he's a snowman.
Yes.
Coolest dad. Yeah, I agree. He would be literally the coolest dad. Yes, if he's a snowman.
But it doesn't work for me because I felt like he never really cared about proving anything to his kid.
Do you know how I know he's cool?
How?
because he had one earring in his left ear.
He had the frosted tips
Yeah,
too.
he had the frosted tips, and he was like 45.
He played harmonica with a guitar on his back in that opening montage, right? And he had like a double-breasted suit on. It was really bizarre to me that he was like, what kind of band was this? Like, I don't really understand. Like, just a blues band? Like, to me, it reminded me of some type of Midwestern, like, Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah, it's kind of Dave Matthews. Definitely bluesy. I mean, I know it's like...
I like the music, don't get me wrong.
Put a harmonica in there, which, by the way, the harmonica is an underrated instrument in a rock band. But yeah, you're definitely walking the line of Midwestern blues. But I would go to a concert of this band.
I would too. It was entertaining as hell. It was entertaining as hell. I like the opening song. I mean, the song, their hit song, Jack Frost plays a song called Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this. What did they say? He's an aging rocker. So how long do you think this band has been in existence? And is that their song, like Journey's Gotta Go Play Don't Stop Believin', like 40 years later? Like, is that their song, or is that like a new hit? Because he's trying to get signed. Are people tired of that song?
Did they just do Christmas songs, do you think?
That would be awesome.
Are they a Christmas band?
He should be Christmas themed.
Yeah.
Jack Frost.
There's not a lot of money in that, though. I mean, he really is a bad dad if he's wasting his time just doing Christmas songs. It's only relevant for like 2 months a year.
These days, it started in July. So what do you think about the audiences, right? So the budget for this movie, guess what it was? You probably
I just looked at it.
Oh, you did? Okay, it's in the list. $85 million.
Did I get it right?
85 million on the dot.
Yeah. Not a penny more.
I feel like where did that money go? Did they launder money making this movie?
The Snowman.
Because it didn't look that good to me.
No, it didn't.
There was some CG, some of it seemed practical effects. I'm not sure that the 85 was spent wisely.
Listen, the actual effect of Michael Keaton being the Snowman, by the way, he is the Snowman in half of this movie.
He is.
It's Jim Henson. So Jim Henson ain't cheap, buddy.
That's where it went.
Whether it's good or not, it costs you money to hire Jim Henson's puppet facility.
The creature facility.
The creature facility.
$85 million budget. Return on investment. $-.
Negative?
No, it's not negative. 34.56.
Yeah.
That's colossal bomb.
Trash.
It's
a trash
and
movie.
Michael Keaton, he's a pretty big name actor in 98.
I don't think he's a big draw at this point, right?
Yeah. Was Multiplicity? When was that?
Yeah, I don't know, but still, the Multiplicity, that's like it's like a,
it's a great movie.
It's a light comedy.
Yeah.
Those aren't raking to the dough. Michael Keaton's not a draw.
Batman Returns is 92? Yeah. So this is like well off of that.
Yeah.
I can't remember what his last movie was.
I mean, I guess you could say all kids' movies should be making money, but, I don't know. I don't know how this was marketed. Was it marketed? Do you think it was marketed as a kids' movie?
Well, I watched the trailer before we watched this, and I'll tell you, it looked pretty damn sad to me.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure I would bring my kid to watch it based on the trailer.
We were saying that as we were watching the movie, we were thinking it's less of a kids' movie and more of just like a family drama, really. The first half plus. So
did you see this before? We watched this again.
Yeah,
the other night?
long time ago.
You did. See, yeah. I've never seen it
as a child.
As I've seen this movie, I watched it a couple days ago, and when I first saw it, it was completely different than what I expected.
Well, this will go to show you. I mean, I saw it as a kid, and I did not fondly remember it as like, oh man, I remember watching Jack Frost when I was 8. It was great. No,
it brings you back.
No, it did not bring me back.
I'll tell you, the first half of this movie is the movie that I wanted to see. I wanted to see the drama. Maybe as an older person here, not as a kid. If you're a kid and you go to this movie, I feel like there's two kinds of people, right? There's us. We want to see the first half of this movie now.
Yeah.
If you're a kid, I'd fall asleep in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because it's so boring. Like, not for a kid, there's no snowman. There's nothing. He's playing in a band. He's trying to build his career. Kids don't know that.
It's a hockey scene. There's a snowball fight scene.
That's about
like
it.
At the very beginning. And the rest is just like family drama. Dad's gone. Where's dad? I miss my dad.
For me, that's interesting,
Bad husband.
Right? The snowman half is when I started to check out, and I thought I was going to love a guy, Michael Keaton, looking like a snowman. Yeah. But that was when I got bored as hell. I don't know, man. This was completely different than I expected. I feel like it almost suffered from like 2 different writers or something. Maybe they had 5 writers. It seemed like very different.
And the family drama aspect of it was pretty compelling. And I was, up until the point where he died, spoiler alert. I mean, they tell you in the synopsis, they expect him. Yeah, I mean, obviously he's going to die because he comes back as a snowman.
Right.
So, but let's talk about it. I mean, we're going to split this up into 2 halves. We're going to go Human and Snowman.
Snowman, Human.
So let's do the Human part first here. What do you think of Jack, the guy, by the way, the guy's name is Jack Frost.
It's not a joke.
What do you think of Jack Frost as a human?
Is Jack Frost his real name, or does he do that just for the sake of the band? Like, is his real name like Leslie or something?
Do you really think that he made like his entire family change their name?
No, his last name could be Frost, but maybe it's not Jack. Maybe he just goes by Jack.
His name
Frost,
could be Jonathan Frost.
Yeah, Jonathan Frost, or like Leslie Frost, like Lester.
Absolutely, it's a nickname. There's no freaking way.
But I think he's a guy. Here's a guy. Now, not to quote John Gruden. Here's a guy that doesn't really know what he wants with his life. He probably was in this band before he had a kid, and it's been his dream forever. And now he has a kid, and he doesn't really know how to balance the dream with the family life.
It's called our famous words of our friend Julio.
Yes,
try to keep the party going.
He is trying to keep the party going.
Sometimes it's not a good idea.
Just one more gig, baby.
Yeah,
just one more gig.
One more drink. One more gig.
They're coming out. The band, the talent agent, he's coming out. He's going to sign us.
What is he? 45? Based on that earring in his ear, looks like he's 45.
Yeah, he's got some balding going on.
Based on the male pattern baldness forming.
He's young at heart.
You're still in that band that's just touring like Denver. If you're lucky, you're going down to Texas.
They probably were like a frat band, like what do they call it? Like Hootie and the Blowfish. They're probably like them, actually. Yeah. That's how I would describe them.
Adult contemporary.
Yes.
There's not a lot of money in that.
No, it's not like
Jack
what's
Frost.
the audience.
Yeah.
So I would say that he's not a bad father, but I feel like he's struggling with how to balance his family life and his professional life.
He's actually, he's a good father when he's there. But, as they say in football, the best kind of ability is availability.
Yeah.
And he's never available.
Dude, but let me ask you this. Is this his 100% job? That's what he does? Or is he like doing something on the side while he's not playing gigs?
No. His wife, I think multiple times made the joke of, oh, no, I can't afford that.
She's the breadwinner.
Yeah. My husband's a musician.
What does she do? Did they ever say?
I don't know if she does anything.
They never said.
Charlie needs a babysitter later in the movie because she's, quote, going shopping.
Yeah.
So that's what she does. She shops.
I don't know. It was like confusing to me because
she probably goes to work.
Yeah, but I just wish they gave us an insight into it because...
No, yeah, they did. They said it. Remember they made the joke about her, I think she works at a loan office or something.
Oh, yeah, she's in the bank.
She's a banker.
Man, wow, I'm an idiot. Wow, I'm an idiot. We're the worst podcast
She's definitely the breadwinner.
She works at a bank. Yeah, because he's like brushing his teeth. He goes, hey, babe, how's things down at the bank?
Yeah.
It was such forced dialogue.
Yes.
Wow, that was awful.
That's how forgettable it was that we forgot.
So she's making the money... man. So you think he doesn't make anything? It's just gigs? Like he doesn't cut lawns or something? He doesn't have landscaping business or something that he's not doing?
He's just a musician. It's peanuts. And he's clearly failing the family. And it's clearly just hanging on to the dream.
So do you think he's a bad father?
Yeah, I do.
Like bad father? Or just like
he's a good father when he's there, but he's a bad father for not seeing that he needs to. So let's look at it this way. If you're away a lot for work, but at least you're bringing in a lot of money to help provide for the family, then that's fine. If him working all the time and being away meant that the wife didn't have to work and maybe was home for the kid the whole time, then that's great. But since he's away a lot and not making money, what's he doing?
He's trying to make
He's being selfish.
But if he gets signed, then maybe they can quit their jobs and maybe he can make a lot of money.
Clearly, they can afford to live in that house, which is modest.
House.
It's a one story. It's a rancher.
It was
it's a nice area, right?
Yeah, it was a nice house.
Yeah.
I'd live there.
So clearly, the mother is doing fine.
Yeah.
So if you added a regular income for the father, then they're golden. The kids go to college, no issues.
That's true.
But no, this dad, they probably have no college fund for the poor kid because dad's a musician.
Yeah,
and it costs more to travel to the gig than it does
to make
the money they make. Because, by the way, there's 17 people in that damn band. There's a violinist. There's a keyboardist.
Yeah, really. When you think about their business plan, I'm not sure they're going to make a lot of money anyway because there's so many people. Like, by the time they get paid, it's going to break even.
Yeah, exactly. So what are they doing?
By the way, King Robert Baratheon just happens to be the keyboardist. I need you, Ned.
I never would have known it was him unless because you are that guy from that thing.
He was definitely that guy from that thing there. But no. So you think he's a bad father?
Yes.
What about the band? Let's talk about the band. We kind of joked about it before. Are they good enough to get signed? Would you sign them? Is that the type of band that you think? I mean, you saw their performance.
They got talent. And by the way, was it really Michael Keaton singing, do you think?
I think it was.
I think he's pretty good.
I read something that he
good.
played some songs in this. He wrote some music.
I think they were good, but are they Christmas only? And that's a problem if you're Christmas only.
So if they're Christmas only, you're not on board.
No.
But if they play other things other than Frosty
Then what's the
Snowman,
point? It's like a hobby. It's not a real job.
Christmas band.
But if they're not a Christmas band, like I can't imagine them playing other songs.
It's
But
definitely
maybe
a
they
gimmick.
can. What would they be talking about besides Christmas? It's Jack Frost. The band's called Jack Frost.
Yeah, I mean the Jack Frost band.
The Jack Frost band.
So then, at what point? Let's say they're not a Christmas band, right? They play other tunes. They're traveling. It looked like they showed their tour schedule a little bit. It looked like they went somewhere in the southeast. Like they stayed western. I forgot how far east they came, or southwest. Excuse me. It seemed like they stayed in the west.
Yeah, they're in the pocket there. They're
like Arizona. I saw they were in like Texas. So at what point is it time to hang it up? Let's say he's 45.
10 years ago.
So you think he should have quit?
How old's the kid?
Probably like 12.
I think they said he's
12,
in
right?
seventh grade.
Yeah, so he's like
what's
12 or
seventh
11.
grade? Like 12?
11, 12, right?
All right. So by the time the kid can speak full sentences, what year is that?
Like 6 years?
4?
Yeah, 4 maybe.
4 maybe?
Like full on
3,
complete sentences?
The kid, you can communicate with the kid.
All right.
The kid can miss you, right?
All right. He's like, the kid can miss you at like 1 though.
I know, but like,
not, maybe they get over it.
But
quick.
the way the kid can like verbally communicate, man, I wish dad was here.
That's true.
Whatever that is like 3.
Maybe
right?
3. All right.
Like you have a daughter, she
Yeah.
can miss you, but she can't say, man, I really wish dad was here.
That's
she
true.
can't say that.
She gets over
She
it.
just cry.
I'm gone. And she's like, whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's like, I agree. But so you think that they should have given it up about 10 years ago?
Oh yeah.
And you don't think he should follow the stream at all? It's over?
Yeah, I think it's over for him because he's got a family.
They don't have the talent.
And it's clear writings on the wall. They're a Christmas band. Like, I honestly think they're a Christmas
You really
band because
do?
you can't name your band Jack Frost and sing about the summertime,
Do you think
can you?
they play Jingle Bells too? Like a rockin' version of
Yeah, they
Jingle
have.
Bells?
I'm sure they have rockin' versions of all of these songs.
Rockin' around the Christmas tree?
You know, I'm not saying that I would like buy their album, but I would certainly like play their concert on YouTube for free. I would do that.
Stream it in the background.
Yeah, I would stream in the background, put a tab, you know.
So his wife seems like she's down with him doing this. Like you see
Yeah.
multiple times throughout
She's
the movie.
pretty supportive.
She's actually like, and there comes a point, right, where, so long story short, he's playing in this gig. This guy sees him, as you heard, and he's like, oh, we got to sign these guys. He's supposed to spend time with his son now. He's like, I'm sorry for always missing it. He misses his hockey game. The kid's like
After
looking
he
in
promised.
the stands.
After he promised.
And this is where I want to talk a little bit more about the relationship with his wife, because his wife's super supportive of his career. She says to him something like, look, I'm okay if you don't want to be there. That's fine. But don't tell the kid that you're going to be and don't show up.
Right.
And
You
I
should've never
couldn't
promised.
agree more,
Yeah.
right? Like this is one of those movies where I was watching and we were joking. I said, man, when we watch these types of movies, we wind up making fun of the kid or we're making fun of somebody because they take a completely ridiculous stance.
Yeah.
This is one of those movies that I went in expecting to just think it was so dumb, but I felt like everybody had a reasonable argument for what they did. Like I didn't really not see eye to eye with anybody. I thought they backed up what they were saying. And even when Michael Keaton did what he did, he still felt bad about it.
Yeah.
He didn't like blindly say, well, whatever, it's my career.
They didn't paint him as like the deadbeat dad so much. Like his actions were bad, but his heart was in the right place. But let me get back to, so like even like he had enablers too. Like he had like his friend Robert Baratheon. I forget what's the dude's name. Mac was his name. Mac Mackerson.
Mac MacArthur.
Mac MacArthur.
Mac MacArthur.
So like he's this guy's ride because Michael Keaton obviously doesn't have his own car because he doesn't have any money because he's too busy. He's too busy being a broke
Christmas
musician.
songs.
So he's got to get a ride from his bassist keyboardist buddy.
Yeah.
So he's on the driveway trying to teach his son a new slap shot right before the game. And the plan is, all right, we're going to go to the studio. We're going to play we're going to lay down some tracks and then I'll come meet you at your game at 4:00. So he's in the driveway teaching his kid a new shot. And his partner's like, come on, buddy, let's go. He's like rushing him into the car. Like clearly he's trying to have a moment with his son.
Yeah. I thought that was messed up.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up. So like he's being pulled in all these directions and he should never promise. He promised the kid that he was going to go to the game. Didn't go to the game. Kid's devastated. So what does he do? He comes home late, goes to the kid's room, and he promises him again, another promise.
I'll be there.
Hey, buddy, I may have missed your game, but I promise you we're going to spend Christmas together at the cabin.
Yeah.
What do you say? Family Christmas vacation in the cabin. Of course, the kid's psyched.
Yeah.
But classic mistake. A deadbeat dad should never promise on a promise.
Yes, don't promise on a
Don't promise on a broken promise.
He double or nothing.
He double
went
or nothing. And he failed.
Hey, let me tell you,
He
man.
paid with his life, Drew.
He did, literally.
He paid literally with his life.
Literally. Let me tell you, man. Studio time's slightly more expensive than ice time there.
True.
It's a little bit more expensive.
That's why you don't promise.
And when I was watching that, I'm thinking, why can't he just be like, come on, give him like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
But that is a pretty expensive time there. You got that producer, man. He's probably making $1,000 an hour.
Time is money.
The Jack Frost band.
Yep.
Really just trying to dial them up to the best possible record. That could have been it. That could have been it. Get the hell out of here. You should have thrown him in the car, man. Get out of here. No, but you're right. He promises on a promise. Gives him a magical harmonica, which really he completely bullshitted the whole time.
He bought it in a store. It wasn't like he didn't buy it at the store where freaking Gizmo was purchased at Gremlins. It was a regular music shop on the day the kid was born.
It wasn't like the jacket from the Santa Claus where you put it on, you enter the contract.
It wasn't from the North Pole.
It was. See, but that's what this movie could have used. It could have used some type of magic, like explain the magic to me, tell me about it. Like they have him look at the poster of Wayne Gretzky and make up a lie about how he got it.
So
fabrication.
how in Last Action Hero that the ticket it actually glowed a little bit.
Yes,
before they used it glowed a little bit. Can we get a glow on the harmonica?
That's what I mean.
Anything to let us like, oh, you know what, this thing's gonna be magic later.
It would have even been great. Like he gave it to him. Maybe it didn't glow or sparkle there, but when he gives it back to him after he basically goes back on his promise again. Yeah. It should have sparkled there.
Little twinkle.
Just something.
Little twinkle.
Show me the magic. That's all I want to know. And they didn't explain it.
Well, what's the stock sound for magic in movies?
Like a twinkle,
like
right?
a little
like a little sparkle.
Give us a little like the handoff.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking for, man. So long story short, he comes back. I keep saying that, by the way. I don't know why.
Short story, long story long.
Short story long.
Long story long.
But that's a story here. Short story long for me. But no, realistically, right? He comes onto the car and they're packing their stuff up. They're like, you know what? We're gonna go. We got to go to this cabin. I'm gonna pack it up. Do they own that cabin? Or are they renting it? I was under the impression that they owned it.
They probably own it because the wife makes good bank.
And that like literally at the bank.
Literally
so
bank.
They're packing their stuff up, and he gets this phone call like as he's leaving.
Yeah.
What if he missed the call?
What if he shut the door?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if he just left? But he gets this call, and it's basically this producer that says, you got to go to this guy's house on Christmas Eve to play against 3 other bands to determine who we're going to sign. They're only going to sign one, and they got a chance.
Battle the bands at my big mansion.
What are the chances that this is just not this guy trying to get a free entertainment for his Christmas party of all of his swanky friends? You heard the Jack Frost band. It's like a hipster little thing. Let's get this little band from Colorado. Come on out, play something up in Denver, Boulder, wherever the hell they were going. Play my party.
That's what I would do.
That's what I was thinking the whole time. I'm thinking, is he sure they're going to sign it? I didn't see a contract.
So I broke it down. We break it down mathematically because that's what we do. So he's got 3 bands.
Yeah.
He's got a 33 and a third % chance.
Are they all Christmas bands is the question. Like what if he's going
I feel like
against
yes,
someone
because
else?
they're playing at a Christmas party.
Yeah.
Which is like the biggest ruse of all. I mean, clearly they're getting duped.
They should play their originals.
Let's say it's on the level and it's like the guy's going to sign one of these 3 bands. So they got a 33 and a third % chance. He's also like abandoning his family on Christmas. So there's a chance he could be divorced and lose his family. Is a 33 and a third % chance of being signed by this record company worth being divorced from your family?
Jack Frost, man, aging musician, it might be for him. For him, maybe it would. No, I got the impression that he loved his wife. There was no trouble in paradise there. I mean,
no, she was pissed at him for flaking on the hockey game,
that was it.
They seem to be loving, right?
Like, so when they're standing out there and he's saying like, "Oh man, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go." Like he didn't. Although you watch it depending on what angle you're looking at it, it's like. Did he really just say that? Was it the empty gesture of, well, I'm not going to go. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Like he expected her to say it?
It was an empty gesture. And she like kind of like, well, I feel like she treats him like a large child. Like I feel like she's like had it. And she's like, well, she's, all right, maybe she's not going to divorce him. She's the kind of wife that will not divorce him. But like, she's kind of like, well,
I might have to
go and do it because typical Jack Frost, he's going to leave his family.
I'll tell you what, though, she seemed pretty damn supportive of it, though. She was like, you know what, maybe you could do this. And he's like, yeah, but then I'll miss Christmas Eve, but I'll be here for Christmas Day.
What if? All right, what if?
Yeah.
She knows they're not good. And if they
if
they don't get signed here, maybe he quits.
Yeah.
And this is like, go ahead. See what happens.
You'll be here Charlie's next Christmas.
It's win-win for her. Because if they get signed,
they get a lot of money.
Then they might get a lot of money. And that'd be nice. Like he's gonna be gone anyway, might as well make some money. But if they don't get signed, maybe he'll quit.
That's
and it
true.
won't be her fault.
Or it turns into like the saddest story of all, where he doesn't quit and he becomes like an alcoholic,
Right.
and it goes to like the other half of this movie where I'd love to see where
that's never good.
Truly aging musician.
But really, as the husband or the wife, like you don't want to be the reason why you crush your spouse's dreams, right?
Right.
So
it's true.
So like she doesn't want to be like the person to like naysay on his dreams, but at the same time, she really wishes he would not be a failing musician anymore.
And
right?
when you saw this, you knew that the car crash was coming, like literally in this car.
It was in the trailer.
So he goes and he's going to this party, and ultimate just stupid move, right? He gets in the car, he gets in the van with his buddies. They got like 50 people in this band, like you said, maybe 100 people in this band.
There's like 300
bus.
band members. It's like a marching band.
There's like 2 buses. They got they have this guy. They get the bus going. They're driving up this mountain. Like, what's his name? Robert Baratheon.
King Robert.
His buddy's car is like the oldest. It's not even like a classic. It just looks like a piece of crap.
A piece
like,
of shit Pontiac or
like
something. I don't know what it is.
Old car.
Yeah.
It's like an old taxi cab from New York from like the 50s.
Yeah.
He's driving this car. I'm thinking, this thing, how would they have this car in Colorado?
But
Like,
that's how bad of a band they are. They have a shitty van and they have a shitty car. That's the transportation.
Get some all-wheel drive up in here,
Yeah.
man. Go get a Subaru. Man, geez, you live in Colorado.
Yeah, man.
Go get the Outback.
Yeah.
Come on now. So they're driving halfway up the mountain. Jack Frost is like, oh, man, I don't know, man. And then it seemed like his buddy, the keyboardist, was sitting there. Mac MacArthur was sitting there thinking the whole time, like, he's waiting for him to say, let's turn around.
Turn around, yeah.
He makes him turn around, and then the band seems super supportive, like they didn't want to go anyway.
Nobody wanted to go. And
Why didn't they just say
Did they
it?
not have a band meeting?
This is dictator Jack Frost.
Did Jack Frost get the call and say, we're going?
They seem like psyched about it.
You guys all had plans for Christmas? Too bad. I'm the leader of the band.
Again, another situation where what they should have did, what they should have done,
Should have did 10 minutes ago.
what they should have done was should have been drama here. The band should have been upset that he was choosing his family, and it should have caused a rift between the band. That's a more interesting movie.
Yeah, it is.
Show me the movie where Jack Frost makes the difficult decision to not go or to stop halfway because his kid's sick, something like that. That would draw me in. They were like, oh man, we wanted to go to Mac's house. His mom was making cookies.
Yeah.
I'd rather go to that.
Yep.
These guys turned down potential millions, and there was nobody upset.
Show me the movie where he doesn't get into a car accident and dies, and on the way driving home, he gets a call from the record producer and says, I got the contract. We're going to sign you. You guys better get here.
Yes.
And he turns back around.
And
then he gets divorced. He gets the contract, but he also gets divorced, turns into a huge star, but has to like juggle with his like family, being a deadbeat dad. And then he has to come around at the end and maybe they get back together. That's an interesting movie.
That's a better movie.
Not a snowman movie.
I'm telling you, we don't need the snowman.
Yeah.
Give me the movie of him being a struggling musician. That's the movie I care about. You want to make a snowman movie, make it something else.
Yep.
This was, even as a kid, I'm telling you, if you're a kid and you're sitting in how would you not fall asleep in the first half of this movie?
You're not going to make it to the
this.
snowman part.
Maybe they care about the snowball fight in the beginning, and that's about it. That's it.
That's just
They're going to fall
you.
asleep.
Yep.
Me, I'm ready to turn it off halfway through because I don't care about the snowman
I
part.
don't care about the snowman part.
It didn't make any sense to me. So anyway, he dies. Like,
He's dead.
He gets into a car crash. By the way, again, this crappy car.
Yeah.
Did they not have heat in there? The snow wasn't even melting on the glass.
Well, Drew, my car barely has heat.
I'm just saying, I'm driving in your car and that snow's melting on your glass.
Yeah, it is.
You'd be able to see out the front. He couldn't even see. Crashes. I think they should have shown it, by the way.
They didn't show the car upside down.
No.
I was waiting for it.
They should have shown the wreckage.
You don't have to show gore.
Yeah, we don't need
It
mangled
doesn't have to
body.
explode. Just show the car upside down. Yeah,
Right.
It's a classic.
It basically
scene.
fades out,
Yeah.
and you don't even know. And then it goes to a year later.
Yeah.
So it's the dreaded jump ahead.
And I feel like they filmed it a year later because the kid looked a lot
Yes,
older.
they did.
Did they just give him a haircut? That's
I
good
think
work.
they did.
That's good work by the makeup artist.
It's like in Batman Begins when Christian Bale, like to make him young, they just put his hair down in front of his face.
He looks 10 years younger.
He's wearing college clothes. The guy's like 42 years old, filming the movie, but he's like 18-year-old Bruce Wayne home from college. I mean, so he dies, right? And this kid is clearly upset. He's upset about his dad. Like, did you get the impression that he was mad at his dad? Did he forgive him? Did he miss him? It was kind of like a mix of emotions.
He was just frustrated. I think he was mad at him because like, why'd you have to leave? That's why you died kind of thing. But I don't think I think it's just misplaced grief, you know, which is typical. It's typical.
And I just, You know,
I don't
he's
think he hated his dad. Put it that way.
I get it. He was mad in the moment, and I guess as the dad, he felt bad.
Yeah, you play the what if game, like, oh, what if he never drove, or what if he never left in the first place? That he never got. Like,
what if he never gave him back the harmonica?
Yeah, but he's not mad at him.
So he comes back, and before he comes back, the kid's like in his room. He's upset. They built a snowman together before they left. Maybe that's the significance of this, but he blows on the harmonica. Yeah. And contrary to what the synopsis said, he did not blow a tune. He blew a note.
Kid didn't know how to play that.
He blew a note.
Kid's not the type of thing. He's playing video games. He's not learning an instrument.
He's playing hockey. He's not learning a harmonica.
He's not blowing on that thing with his dad's dead lips all over it. It's not going to happen.
Like he died and blew it after he died. Is it the corpse?
So the harmonica survived their crash, harmonica? By the way.
That's true.
So the car didn't explode.
Or it did, and that was the only thing that was left. It was in the ash. Rubble. It was in the ash. So before we talk about this, I want to talk about the kid's room, by the way. Why did he, if you're a fan of hockey, right? You're a fan of hockey, I guess this was 98. Yeah. Apparently,
90s,
I forgot 90s. That Wayne Gretzky played on the Rangers for a while.
Yeah.
Like he had the Wayne Gretzky poster, but he also had a bunch of like Avalanche stuff. I guess Eastern Western Conference doesn't matter that much.
Yeah.
But like, can you really have that?
Yes, Drew.
Like, I don't know.
Yes, Drew. You know why? Because growing up, my sport was basketball. So I loved basketball, loved the NBA. I didn't just have Clarence Weatherspoon on my wall, Sean Bradley, because it was before Allen Iverson. It was like the Sixers said no one.
All right. But who was the biggest rival at the time? Like, would you have like a rival?
They didn't have a rival. They were just bad.
Because I don't know. It's like if you're
probably the Celtics.
Like, I feel like nobody right now is going to have a poster of Sidney Crosby unless they're a Penguins fan.
But Wayne Gretzky is not the rival of the Colorado Avalanche.
It's true, but he's one of the best players.
But I had a poster of like Larry Johnson and Alonzo Mourning. I liked Shaq and Penny. But like I had other teams on my wall.
And he had the Broncos poster where it was like basically they just won back-to-back Super Bowls.
Yeah, kid's probably bandwagon.
But he's in Colorado. You know what he did have though, Badway, that just brought me back?
Yes.
His entire windowsill was full of NHL headliners.
The little headliners. Yeah.
Did you ever have those?
Yeah, the basketball ones.
I had a Grant Fuhr one. Like, it was awesome. Yeah. Like I had a whole bunch of those. And it was back in the day when you couldn't go to Amazon and like order the one you couldn't find in the store. You got to go to the store.
You got to go to the store.
Sift through the shelf. Make sure you get the one you want. Yep. It's impossible to find them. Now you can find anybody.
You got to go to Bacchus. Hope they have them.
Yeah, like Nick Foles now has like a McFarlane toy. They have one for everybody now. Back in the day, it was special.
Yeah, and you could look it up and search it online, but now you can't do that now.
So the kid blows a tune. Snowman magic happens. He comes back as a snowman. Like I know we're like well into this episode. We haven't even talked about this yet, but what the hell, man? What happened?
So
the magic.
So how does the magic work? So the kid built the snowman that night. This is like a year to the day.
Yeah.
I'm guessing after the dad's death.
Was it in the hat?
The anniversary. So he built the snowman. He puts his dad's hat on it and his scarf, and he put like a little like his band button.
Yeah, the Jack Frost button.
And actually his keyboardist and best friend, Rob Baratheon, was quote unquote babysitting at the time.
Rob Baratheon. Yeah, babysitting, all right.
So he was there too, but he was like sleeping, stuff like that.
Yeah. Was the mom really shopping or was she out on a date? That's all I want to know.
I thought she was dating Robert Baratheon.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were.
He's
babysitting. Like, maybe that's the cover. She's going to go out and come back so that the kid isn't shattered when she finds out that she's hooking up with her dad's best friend.
Yeah, that's a scumbag move. You date the best friend's
It's
widow.
Defense, though. When you ever see the thing, it's like, if I die, please take care of my family. You can marry my wife. Like, make sure.
Drew, I'm not going to take care of your family if you die. All right, I'm going to tell you right now. Like, I'll check in on them. I'm not going to marry your wife, your widowed wife.
Take care of my daughter. It's too much work. Screw that.
It's too much work.
I can't do that.
It's still Uncle Badway. All right.
Yeah, but all I'll say is, I think that it wouldn't surprise me if they were dating.
Yeah.
But do you think that him being there what if he blew the harmonica in the summer? Is he coming back as a puddle? Like,
it's all about timing.
See, I need more explanation of the magic. They need to tell me about it.
There was none. There was because there was no glitter on the harmonica, so we don't know.
Like, what if it was the hat? What if it wasn't even the harmonica?
Right.
But the snowman, did he wear the hat the whole movie? I guess he did. He
had
the hat.
No. He wore it the one time when they were playing outside.
You know what? There was a lot of innuendo in this movie too.
Yeah.
Like when he was building the snowman, he put the carrot on for Dick. And then later he was talking about his balls, and he's like, "Oh, I can't say that. This is a PG movie here. Lots of innuendo."
So Drew, why did the snowman have a smile on his face?
I don't know.
Because the snowblower was coming. Oh,
Do I need to put a sound effect behind that? I don't know. I can't honor that.
that's a dad joke.
So
All
he comes back. The kid's like sees him. I'd have a heart attack if that was me.
Is this healthy for the kid?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's healthy.
But it could have gone again like a Santa Claus movie where the adults didn't believe him, but they didn't really play that angle very much. They kind of made it almost more like sad rather than like there's something wrong with the kid. Remember in the Santa Claus, you had Judge Reinhold being a jerk.
There was a stepdad. There was a versus. There was a antagonist.
Yes.
Is that their word? Yes.
Like I felt like the thing that was lacking in this movie, just there was like, what was the point?
There was no antagonist.
I didn't really understand where it was going. It wasn't that bully kid with the spiked hair and the goggles.
Meant nothing. He meant nothing.
I'm not sure like where it was going, and this is where the movie just completely loses me.
Yeah.
Like I thought, man, cool. Michael Keaton as a snowman, that'll be entertaining in some fashion. I mean, typically, everyone that listens to the show, we love everything.
Yeah.
You know that we love everything.
Sure.
So it trust me when I say don't watch this.
This
movie.
was the worst movie we've seen.
Yes.
Right? Of all the episodes we've done.
Of the 65.
I'm pretty confident this is the worst one. And we've seen Mortal Kombat Annihilation. All right.
That was bad. That was a bad movie. But it was
the
a first,
like we said, the first half was good, but the second half just ruined it. And maybe the second half was the kids' movie portion of it. It's not for us. I don't know.
If you're the kid, how do you handle your dad coming back as a snowman?
Yeah.
A year to the date, basically.
Yeah. So let's long story short this thing. Let's long story long this thing.
Short story long.
So Michael Keaton comes back as a snowman. He, reluctantly, his son eventually starts talking to him. And I guess they go out and he gets a second chance, so to speak.
Yeah.
One more chance to be the good dad that I should have been when I was alive. That whole thing, spend a day with him, this and that. I have a serious question now. Let's get away from all the bullshit.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about the action sequence where the shitty CG
of him
where
sliding down,
where they're sledding on a snow thing, where they're having a big snowball fight, which clearly Elf stole from. Now that I see it,
yes,
the whole Elf
really
thing.
did.
Yeah. So forget all that. Was Michael Keaton such a bad dad? Was Jack Frost such a bad dad that he needed a redemption story coming back to us as a snowman?
So he had a second chance. He was almost cursed.
Did he need that second chance?
I don't think he did.
I don't think he was that bad of a father.
No, he still look. If he was completely absent and he didn't even bother to play with his kid, I mean, he at least gave him the harmonica. It was
he
a nice
tried
gesture.
to come back.
He did.
Even.
He tried.
So if he had done the concert and all that, and died on the way back after missing all of Christmas, then
that's
maybe.
why.
Then
That's
maybe.
why he came back. He came back because he tried to come back, but he didn't get the chance because he died. So whatever mystical forces gave him the second chance.
I will challenge you.
You will? Okay.
I'm going to challenge you here. Here's why. He was coming back for good, Drew.
That's true.
He was coming back because I bet he was quitting the band.
Yeah,
right?
this was his move.
This was his move.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't have just this was a golden opportunity, 33 and a 3% chance, right?
Yeah, it's the highest they've had.
Right. He was coming back for good. But when he comes back as the snowman, it's for one night only.
Yeah, it's sort of a Cinderella situation.
So
there.
why the comeback?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm with you, but then I start to waver because he tried to come back, but he didn't get a chance to fulfill he didn't see his kid one last time. And maybe at the very least it's let me see my kid one last time. Even if it's creepily poking through the window as a snowman.
Hold on now. Is that selfish?
Yes.
I want to see my kid one last time.
It kind of is.
In the meantime, I may scar him for life. We saw at the end of the movie when he explains to the kid that I'm leaving. Sorry, I gotta go, buddy.
Yeah.
Gotta go, champ. The kid's like, no, just come back. We'll play forever.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not healthy.
I'll tell you.
That's not healthy.
The one thing that I did want to tell you about before we completely gloss over it was before they went into the snowboarding scene.
Yeah.
When they were having the snowball fight, right?
Yeah.
What he should have done as the snowman, if he was really that, want to defend his kid, instead of doing the rapid fire arms, he should have just ran over the hill and started chasing those other kids as a snowman.
Those kids would have been scarred.
Yes, and that's why he should have done it.
Put the mean face on.
And that's why he should have done it.
Yeah.
He should have started running around as the snowman.
Horror movie
chasing
Jack Frost.
them, throwing the snow.
Yeah.
Especially for that kid with the goggles.
See,
that jerk kid.
Couldn't he make himself a boulder?
He could have.
And run them over?
See, I was thinking he was like Star Wars BB-8.
Yeah.
Is that how he walks?
How does he walk?
I thought the bottom of him was going to roll. You know what I'm saying?
I feel if you're on your butt cheeks on the ground and you waddle,
he was
you go
waddling.
cheek to cheek. That's kind of how he walks. Because is the snowman's butt on the ground
No,
at
I
all
don't
times?
think so because when he sat in the sled, his
did he bend?
It was elongated.
Does he? Do snowmen have laps?
I'll just
Can
tell
you bend?
I'll just say the way that his butt, for lack of a better word, was, right? Like it looked like his bottom like elongated. You know what I'm saying? Like it looked like it was like a cylinder. Okay. It was just so bizarre. Right. So, but in any event, he's a snowman. Like, what are the hell are the logistics of this? Yeah. Like the kid doesn't believe him. Then he starts to believe him. He doesn't recognize his dad's voice. Like he wasn't gone that long.
Didn't really look like him, did it?
He wasn't gone that long. No. Yeah. I mean, but I gotta say, like, I would prefer the practical effects to the CG effects because I thought that they were actually not that bad.
Appreciate it.
There was a guy in that suit, right? It had to be.
I feel like there had to be a guy in some parts of that suit. Yeah. And maybe he was like holding on to little sticks and like moving the arms.
Like, I mean, they had this whole plot where they were talking about the weather and the weather's warming up and all this stuff. I mean, we don't need to talk about all of the details of this movie, right?
Let's call it what it is. It's bullshit.
Yeah,
it's a bullshit plot to like, oh, there's got to be, because how are we going to like have an emotional action sequence at the end of the movie? It's got to be dad's melting. I got to get him to a cold place.
Yeah. And he had the help of the bully. Like it could have been, they could have really dug deep here. They could have made it a lot more emotional. I don't know. It's just weird how it was like two different movies.
They went Cinderella at midnight, where it's like, I gotta go.
I guess a kid can relate to it, but like what happens? So if he completely melts, like at what point, like he rebuilds himself after he starts to melt a little bit and he rolls through like a bunch of stuff and he like gets the snow back. Like, can he make himself like 20 feet tall?
Let's talk about the snowman rules. You want to get into the
what
snowman
are the snowman rules? We need to talk about them. I need to understand.
Can he make himself bigger or smaller?
I would argue yes. I mean, just pack more snow on.
Yeah.
Because if you're snow, it's like, I don't know, it's like Venom, right? Like, or whatever. Like, I'm thinking about superheroes like Clayface, you know? He just like puts more clay on there, like get bigger.
Yeah.
Like if you chop the snow off, is the snow that fell off part of him? Like, where is he? So what is he? Is he the hat?
So
is he the scarf?
In Jack Frost, the horror movie, which I
have not seen.
I think came before this, but it was close.
It definitely did. It was a year before.
Jack Frost, the snowman, could melt himself at any point and go through like cracks of doors.
See,
and
that's
like keyholes, like an Alex Mack type thing.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if he could do this. If Jack Frost, Michael Keaton Jack Frost could do this.
It didn't seem like it. I'll say that.
Yeah. Can you melt him and like put him in like a jug of water? Like in a bucket.
That maybe you could.
Can you do that?
And then if he melts, but you have to keep the parts together. That's the thing.
Here's my thing. How do you make snow? So when he becomes water, say you put him in a bucket, and then you put the bucket in a freezer,
ice.
He's going to be ice.
Yeah.
So how do you make the ice into snow? Like how do you do it?
No, they have to go to a ski resort and put the water into the snow machine.
Yes.
And then spit him out, and then
he's going to be all over the mountain. It's like spreading ashes.
Yes.
And that's like a dead thing. That's like that
is a dead
Is that
thing.
how you spread a snowman's ashes? Is that what you do?
His ashes. It must be. Like, is that the memorial? Like they take the water, put it in the snow?
That's what they did. That's had to be what that they did.
They should have
spread his ashes over the Rocky Mountains.
Take him to the ski resort that they had that race on.
But which ski resort? What's the best one? What's the most?
I don't know. The most desirable ski resort they're going to go there and spread my snow. That's all. But I don't understand. So if he became a puddle, is it over? Like, is he dead?
Yeah, man.
Like, I don't know, because he was in the hockey rink.
Can you die? Can you die twice?
They could put him in a freezer,
How could you die twice? He's already dead.
See, that's another question. If he had died before he got to the mountain, what would have happened? Would he have come back the next season? Could he just blow the harmonic again?
That's where we have to like learn, like, what is the magic?
That's where they really let me down.
Why is it magic? Is that specific... His soul is in that snowman, right?
Yes.
So the soul would also have to be in the water.
They really let me down, man.
Yeah, they didn't explain it.
They really let me down.
I don't know, we're asking a lot of kids' movie, but if you're going to have magic and you have no explanation.
Hey, and when the first half is so damn heavy, the first half of this movie was very heavy. Give me a little explanation of the magic.
Yeah, we were set up by like good storytelling in the beginning.
The writing was great.
To be let down by this bullshit snowman story, Drew.
I want to see the movie where they spread his ashes across the ski resort. That's what I want to see.
Snow blow the ashes. So, I mean, I'm a fan of... Like, I'm not a fan of... Sorry, I misspoke. I can get behind soul in a snowman for a movie. I can get behind that.
Right.
But you got to tell me how.
Give me the rules. It's like a time travel movie. You know, there's rules that are established in the universe.
It can't be bad, and also they don't explain it. It has to be one or the other.
He puts the jacket on. He's tied in the magic. There was a little twinkle. The card. Right. They got the twinkle.
I got to be honest with you, Drew. I couldn't tell you what happened. I was like asleep.
Yeah, I was falling asleep.
Second half of the movie. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't watch the second half of the movie. I was like in and out of sleep.
They played hockey on a pond.
Yeah, I remember that.
He taught him the J shot.
The J shot,
which was kind of like a ripoff of the triple deke, sort of, but it wasn't even. It was just you like move the puck, sort of, and then you pick it up and just shoot. It's a wrist shot.
Seemed like a wrist shot to me.
It's basically a wrist shot. But he uses it in the game. His dad goes to the hockey event. He sees it. I mean, really, like, nothing really happens. They hang out a little bit, and then he takes him to the mountain because he's got to take him to the cabin, and he's hanging out. But what I do want to talk about before we get off of this is, would the adults have believed him? Why wouldn't he just go to the adults and be like, hey, babe, I'm back. I'm the snowman. Like, he didn't talk to himself. They thought he was crazy, but they didn't play that angle up a lot.
I'll tell you why. Because if you tell the adult, if you tell the adult straight up, like, hey, babe, I'm snowman. When she gets out of the car, he has to act like he's snowman, right?
Yeah.
Like a real snowman,
He has
not a
to stand
soul,
there and not
not a
do
soul
anything.
snowman. Because if you say it to the adult right away,
Yeah.
then they're gonna call like a scientist or the
Right.
cops or something, and they're gonna take the thing away.
But would she call the scientist? I don't think she would.
Or like he would then act like still again, and they would think she's crazy, and then he might accidentally get the mother committed, and then the kid will be orphaned, which is not good for anyone.
That's a movie I want to see.
So you have to gain the trust of the child first, and the child has to slowly break the news to the wife, the mother.
That's true.
That's how this works.
And it kind of happened that way.
Yeah.
So I'll give him that.
Yeah.
So would you, if you're the snowman, who would you rather tell, hey, I'm a snowman?
Who
Would you rather
tell?
come out to the guy Mac MacArthur, Robert Baratheon,
Yeah.
or would you rather come out to the woman to say, "Hey, babe, I'm back. I'm a
You
snowman."
have to tell the friend first.
the friend.
Because the mother is too grief stricken of the death.
That's true.
You have to break. She has to be broken to by a family friend or friend.
And the kid.
Yeah.
Basically, like
The kid
trust
can
me.
handle it better than the mother because the kid is still a kid.
Hey,
like-
we got something.
Yeah.
Something crazy happened to me over this
Yeah.
weekend. Dad's back. He's a snowman.
Yeah, like he can more easily believe a fantastical event like my dad's soul is in a snowman. The mother can't handle it because she's lived too long.
She's lived a hard life.
too long.
But I'll tell you what, she seemed like she could handle it. She handled it at the end okay. But maybe because she thought the kid was seeing things for like
Yeah.
forever.
The thought slowly crept into her head, and then it became a reality.
See, the whole time I was watching this, I was like, is he actually moving as a snowman, or can the kid only see him? Because he was carting him around the town, and he had
Yeah.
him like on a sled, and he's like carrying a snowman through the downtown area,
Right.
like on a sled, and he didn't look like he was moving.
Henry Rollins got a
Yeah.
stare.
Henry Rollins, perfectly cast as like the
as
jerk
kid-
hockey
coach's
coach,
son.
but he was a nice guy.
Yeah.
He was just a crazy guy driving a minivan.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, was it something that he could see or was it not? Was it just something that he couldn't see?
No. I think Michael Keaton, Jack Frost did a good job of just like hiding himself when he had to. But it would have made for a good twist had it just been a figment of his imagination.
Yeah.
That would have been something.
I think I like that better.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
So at the end of the movie, he comes back and he basically says, hey, babe, I'm a snowman.
Hey,
Exactly what we were saying. He's back. He writes his wrongs.
Are you the snowblower?
That's a joke that Michael Keaton would
Yeah.
make as Beetlejuice. He comes back, he comes out and says, hey, I am the snowman. Writes his wrongs. The kid seems like he's happy, but he turns back into himself like a Star Wars Force ghost
Yeah,
of
hologram,
himself.
yeah.
He's like a hologram Michael Keaton. Looking, fly as ever, looking good. He comes back and then he says, I gotta go now. I have to leave you. And he goes away. Can he come back next winter? Is this something that like he can go? Or is
Yeah.
he at peace now? He's gone.
I
And
guess
now they
he's
can
at
snowblow
peace.
the
So
ashes.
if the kid went straight home and built another snowman
Yeah.
and like played the harmonica, I guess it wouldn't work.
Like
again.
what if he needs another like hockey tip? Let's say he makes it to the pros.
Yeah.
He needs his dad to help him out. Can he
Yeah.
blow that harmonica
You
and make
can't
another
have
snowman?
angels in the outfield going on here
Yeah.
in hockey.
There's no second
Yeah.
angel. Like it's not gonna happen.
It's not going to happen. No.
Yeah, I
So
don't know,
think,
man.
I think the soul had left. He was released, even though I felt like he didn't do enough wrong to deserve to be in snowman purgatory.
Yeah.
Either.
So well, before we get out of here, I got a couple pieces of trivia for you.
All right.
Close it out with this, and then we'll talk about what we thought of the movie. I think we already kind of said
Yeah, I
that
think,
already.
I think
But
they get it. We hate it.
did you know that George Clooney was originally attached to this movie? But when
did
he
not.
left to do Batman and Robin in '97, ex-Batman Michael Keaton was cast
See,
into the role.
I thought that the snowman's face looked like John Candy and maybe even Mike Myers.
Yeah, that's
It
true.
didn't totally look like Michael Keaton to me.
But what they said was that Jim Henson's Creature Shop designed this specifically off of George Clooney, so it caused them a lot of issues because they had to redesign.
yeah, but
the
I got to
story.
be honest. I don't think it totally looked like George Clooney though either.
So do you think it would have been a better movie with George Clooney in it?
Yes.
Would they have written it different? He's more charismatic of an
Yeah, I
actor,
think he's
maybe.
better. He's better than Michael Keaton. Yeah,
But he wouldn't
I mean,
be as funny.
I think Michael Keaton was fine. He was not the problem of the Snowman movie, but I think it would have been elevated by George Clooney. I do.
Someone else also turned this down, Badway.
Oh yeah.
Someone who had some very lewd voicemails and angry voicemails, drunken Mel Gibson of Lethal Weapon and Mad Max fame and everything else. What do you think this would have been with Mel Gibson in the lead?
I think it would have been the same as Keaton.
Keaton?
Yeah. Clooney's better than Gibson and Keaton as the snowman, as the deadbeat father.
I think he could have played a better deadbeat father.
You think he would? Yeah.
Maybe he could have, well, maybe because I know about him in real life.
I agree.
He'd be more convincing. Michael Keaton seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah. Maybe Gibson would have played it a little more selfishly.
Yes.
The father before he died. That could have made for a better movie because then he would have had more need to redeem himself as a snowman. Yes.
More believable. Because right now, I thought Michael Keaton was a nice guy.
Keaton was kind of charming.
He was charming.
Yeah.
Like, he was nice.
Yeah.
He was a friendly guy.
That's a good call by you. I like it.
And then also Kurt Russell, Dennis Quaid, and Kevin Costner were also considered.
Everyone was in the running for the stupid snowman movie.
Yeah.
So what choice was Michael Keaton? Like 8th?
He must have been. I don't know. I think, most of these people made the right move. Maybe Dennis Quaid should have done it because this is such a Dennis
Quaid movie. Yeah, it is.
This is such a Dennis Quaid movie. I feel like maybe he would have done it.
Yeah.
Kevin Costner, maybe, but at this time, not in his career.
No, not now, but maybe later, Kevin Costner.
I'm going to go on the record and say I don't think Clooney would have made it better, but I think Gibson would have because I'd have believed him better as a deadbeat father.
Yeah, Clooney, I guess, would have the same problem as Keaton. Maybe he'd just be too charming. Just has that little look. He does the look. They're like, I can't be mad at George Clooney.
So I got to say, overall, I just didn't really like this movie. And that's about it. So let's end it with that.
Yeah. I give the beginning an 8 out of 10, the first half, and the snowman half, I give a 2 out of 10.
I agree.
And that's admitting that it's a kid's movie. Like
Yes.
I can see a shitty kid's movie like Blank Check and still have redeeming qualities of it.
Yeah.
But this is a 2 out of 10.
I got to say, of all the Christmas movies that I've seen, this is probably the worst.
Yeah.
It's definitely...
It's barely a Christmas movie. It's a creepy winter movie about
I went
a
in,
dead father.
I went in with higher hopes because I thought Michael Keaton, snowman movie, it's kind of good.
What was Christmas about it? Besides he had a gig. Besides he had a gig on Christmas.
And then I went to the next year.
But like there's nothing Christmas about it.
No.
Right?
Maybe the holly hanging in the town or something.
They hung some lights.
That's about it.
That's like it. It was
wasn't
winter.
even a Christmas tree,
It was
there?
winter.
Yeah, it was a winter movie.
Not a Christmas movie.
Winter is a snowman movie.
It's
a
snowman movie, just as the synopsis says.
I'll go with you. I'll say 8 out of 10 for the first half, 2 or a 1 out of 10
or 1 out of 10
for the second half.
To bump it down to a 4 or a 3 out of 10.
I'm with
Last
you on
row
that.
approved.
Put
Disapproved.
The
Stamp
Put
it.
the stamp.
Triple stamps. No erases.
So before we get
Bad
out of
movie.
here, we would be remiss if we didn't thank the 50th iTunes reviewer.
Thank you, 50th iTunes reviewer. This one comes from Jay Dirk. Great show. That's it.
5 stars.
5 stars. I've listened through the back catalog and can't wait for new ones to come out. Keep waiting, buddy.
He's been waiting too long.
Great chemistry and banter. Do you think he's still alive?
It's like when somebody wrote something like 30 years ago. We're still here. Oh my God. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm willing to bet on it.
We'll try to keep a more, what do you call it?
Regular?
A more regular schedule in 2018. No, we're not going to try. We're going to do. So look forward to more Last Row podcast in 2018, in January.
New Year's resolution.
February, March, April, May. At least once a month or your money back.
I'll tell you what's coming for sure, without a doubt.
Yeah.
We're going to get darker up in here, Badway.
It's going to get darker.
50 Shades
50
darker.
Shades darker.
We have to do that for Valentine's Day.
There will be a Valentine's Day
I don't go on
episode.
the record of what movie we're going to do all the time, but that's going to be done.
So we're looking to do maybe bi-weekly.
Yeah.
Or was it bi-weekly?
Every
or
other
bi-monthly?
Twice.
Is it twice a month or
twice a month.
every
Bi-weekly.
2 months? Is bi-monthly every 2 months?
Bi-monthly is every 2 months. But you could construe it a different way, but bi-weekly.
Yeah. Bi-weekly?
Every other week.
When you say bi-weekly, I think twice a week.
Yeah, see, no, that's twice a week. Is twice a week.
I think we're going to have to up our ad revenue from
Bi-weekly.
0 to something if we're going to do it twice a week.
Yeah, I'm gonna need another full-time job for that. So anyway, if you haven't given up on us and you want to write us an email, thelastrowpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you think about Jack Frost, the first half and the second half. Give me your snowman rules. TheLastRowPodcast.com is our website. On Twitter at TheLastRowPod, Facebook.com/TheLastRowPod. And Instagram, keep an eye out, The Last Row Pod on Instagram. We are going to put that split out there. JCVD. Maybe we'll even do Time Cop at some point in the very near future. And that'll about do it for us. We'll see you guys next time.
I don't think anyone's ever said, "Give me your snowman rules." It's like, what does that even?
Give me your snowman rules. I don't know.
I know what you meant, but it's like it's just the way you put it.
I want to know: does he have a higher melting point? Is it lower because he's got more core temperature? Like,
he does have more core.
You know, if he's in there,
he can last because of the soul. He can last longer than your average snowman at higher temperatures.
That's what I mean. Like, does he withstand higher heat?
Yeah.
Is it something like that? We need to know about spreading the ashes.
So say like the kid saves some of the water, puts it in a bottle, and like he's like the creepy kid saying, "Hey, meet my dad."
It's like
it's a little cup,
tuft of hair. It's like keeping a hair.
Hey, meet my dad, and it's like a little cup, and it's like, what do you just?
Hey man, you never know when you need to freeze him, throw him out on the lawn, freeze him up, and just blow that harmonica. That's all. You never know.
Oh man.